Well, the nationwide COVID-19 public health emergency order is set to expire in just 2 days. This order allowed continuous Medicaid coverage during the pandemic.
And for the first time in 3 years, nearly 6 million Texas Medicaid recipients will have to requalify or renew to keep that health coverage. GMA's Lorena Rivas is here now to explain. Can you tell us how will people know whether this change affects them?
So during the pandemic, the health emergency allowed people to stay on Medicaid without needing to reapply for benefits. And over the last month, the state started removing people from the program who no longer qualify. If you are unsure, here are the next steps. All current recipients will get a notice electronically or in the mail. This explains the renewal process. You have 30 days to complete it, or Medicaid will be denied. And the state is providing assistance in this process.
Free local help. You can go to the Texas Community Partner Program. That's a part of HHSC, the Medicaid agency. They work with community-based organizations to train them and get them ready to help you in your community answer questions and renew your Medicaid.
If you no longer qualify, another option for health care could be a community health clinic near you. For example, Bethesda Health Clinic in Tyler provides medical and dental services to working adults who can't afford health insurance.
There's a few qualifications to help you qualify. One is you have to be an adult. You have to be at least 18 years of age, so we don't see any children here. And the other main criteria is that you have to be uninsured.
To learn more about what other steps to take, scan the QR code on your screen or head to the big red box at kltv.com or ktre.com for a link to the state's website. So again, if you're on Medicaid, the state says one of the first things you should do is make sure your information is up to date. For now, the state is focusing on contacting postpartum women and young adults. Other groups will get their renewal notice in the coming months. Victoria, back to you.